Angles of triangles. So let's see, we've got some vocabulary words that you've probably seen before, but some of them we're going to review. So you have complementary angles, the sum of their angles, the sum of their angle measures is 90 degrees. Now one way I remember complementary, if I put a C for the word complementary, and then you just kind of make a line going down, and that makes it 9, and that would be 90. So you've got supplementary angles, and supplementary angles, the sum of their angle measures is 180. So for that, I think of the letter S for supplementary. I make that into an 8, and that's 180 degrees. Okay, so you can see over here for complementary, when you add the two angle measures together, 52 plus 38, they equal 90. And for the other one, if you do 128 plus 52, it makes 180, or it makes a straight line. Okay, then you have interior angles. Well, those are formed by two sides of a triangle. So they're inside of that triangle. You can see right here, interior, you've got the 2 is an angle, interior angle, 1 is an interior, and 3. It's also labeled right here. Then you have exterior, like exterior on a house, the exterior of something is outside. So the outside of the triangle formed by one side of the triangle and an extension of an adjacent side. So here's an example of an exterior angle. Now, what does adjacent mean, in case we don't remember? Adjacent are angles that share a common vertex, a common side, and do not overlap. Or you could just remember they are next to each other. So you can see over here, this angle right here is adjacent to this angle right here. Or it's also written angle ABD is adjacent to DBC. Those are considered adjacent angles. Then you have this new terminology, remote interior angles. Those are angles away from the angle adjacent or next to the exterior angle. So if you have your exterior angle, here's your exterior angle. The remote interior are the angles away from the adjacent, so that 2 is adjacent to the exterior angle. These opposite are your interior, remote interior angles. So those are some vocabulary words you need to know for this lesson. So now, let's see what we've got here. We've got two different theorems. One of the theorems is the triangle sum theorem. That theorem is the sum of the measures of the interior angles of a triangle is 180 degrees. So when you add the three interior angles together, so angle X plus Y plus Z is equal to 180. Or you may see it written this way. That's why I put these two different diagrams. Measure of angle A plus measure of angle B plus the measure of angle C. Either way, they equal 180 degrees. So that's something you've seen before. But now the new part is this exterior angle theorem. For this one, the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the two opposite interior angles. So if you have your exterior angle here, which is angle D, it is equal to the two opposite angles, the remote interior angles. So you would add A plus angle B, and it will equal angle D. So you see that right there. Okay, so let's look at some example. All right. Well, what are we going to do? What kind of problem do we have? You always want to figure out, am I dealing with interior angles of triangles? So if I am, then I need to do the X plus Y plus Z, and those are going to equal 180. If I'm dealing with exterior angles, I need to add, so here's my exterior angle, I need to add the two angles that are opposite So I'm going to add these two together, and it will equal angle 4. Okay, so pay attention to what kind of problem you have. Is it an interior angle problem or is it an exterior angle problem? So I worked out one of each. Okay, so following along on the left side, I have interior angle problem because notice I'm missing the interior angle right here. Hopefully you know, since I'm only given one angle measure, what this little square means. That little square means you have a 90-degree angle. So that's a known. It will not always be written. So you can see here, I set up 45 plus 90 plus the third missing angle, and those three together equal 180. And I know some of you are thinking, well, why do I have to do this whole big setup process? You'll see on the next lesson where it is not so obvious. Okay, so you need to learn the whole process. So 45 plus 90 will give you 135. Bring down the plus, the x equals 180. So now we have an equation where we want to get the x by itself. So what's going to cancel out that 135? The opposite is going to cancel that out. So we subtract 135 and we subtract 135. Those cancel each other out. We subtract 135 on the other side and x equals 45 degrees. So that missing angle measure is 45 degrees. Okay, so now for the next one, we have the remote interior, the exterior angle problem. So for this one, we're going to take these two, opposite of the exterior. We're going to add those two together. So you can see right here, I have 45 plus 65. When I add those two together, it will equal my exterior angle. So calculate 45 plus 65, that's 110. So my missing angle measure is 110 degrees. Okay, so you will have these examples for you to try. It says solve for x. Make sure to identify if you will use the theorem or the exterior angle theorem. Okay, the angle sum theorem or the exterior angles. Well, this one, the first one, you should hopefully realize that you're dealing with an exterior angle. So in here you would type in exterior is fine. Okay, so then you set up your equation. Well, if it's an exterior problem, here's my exterior angle. You're going to add the two angles that are opposite it. So that's going to be set up as 30 plus x. Oh, sorry, let me take that back. 30 plus 90, I got ahead of myself, equals x. 30 plus 90 would give you 120, and so that's what you would fill in here. Okay, then you do the next one. And so this is missing an interior angle. So this is an angle sum problem. So angle sum problem. Set up the equation. Well, we know that if we add the three interior angles together, it will equal 180. So follow the steps from that previous slide. You'll find what your x is equal to, and that's the work you will be showing on your practice for today. Good luck.